ladies and gentlemen, children of the interwebs out there, Sebastian Envy, strong style, cinephile, and we've got ourselves the final trailer for Morbius. So let's geek about it for a scant few minutes now. When Morbius was first announced, I thought it was just another stupid spin-off attempt that Sony was doing, that they've done with, they're trying to take the slate of characters that they own and do something with them. Now, we know from the email hack of years past that they were looking at doing a Silver and Black spin-off that was going to feature Silver Sable and Black Cat, which I'm actually interested in how that was going to go down. That they wanted to do perhaps an Aunt May spin-off, which would have been stupid, and some other ideas. They're going to do a Kraven the Hunter spin-off film, which I don't know that there's material or interest to do him, but there just might be, because now they're doing something with Morbius. And dare I say, the final trailer made it look, actually, it got some of my curiosity up for a couple of things. Now, in the story, Michael Morbius is a doctor. He took the Hippocratic Oath to do no harm and to help people and all that kind of stuff. We see from the trailer, he's kind of gimping around, so he's perhaps seeking a cure for himself in his condition, whatever that is. He goes to some place, there's some bats, he cuts his hand, lets the bats chomp on him. He ends up getting powers and abilities and a thirst, taste for blood, or whatever. So we see him in instances kind of flying around and exhibiting these superpowers, and we see him like clawing at people, stuff like that. There was some blood splatter here and there. I'm kind of wondering how violent it's actually going to be, how bloody it's going to be, because it's vampires, there's blood and a lot of stuff. But it's PG-13, so kind of where are they going to, how far are they going to push the CG blood they're going to be spilling out? I remember back in the days of the 90s animated Spider-Man series, it didn't say blood. Morbius was after plasma, and he had little suckers in his hand, which he would put on people. He didn't bite them or, you know, whatever, drink their blood that way. He had these suckers, and he was like, ah! Clearly, they're not going to do that with this film. They can do a little bit more because it's a film. But again, how far can they push it because it's PG-13? How much blood are we actually going to see? So I'm curious about that. We see that he's being hunted by some people. We see that the 11th Doctor himself, Matt Smith, is in the movie, which of course is a huge reason for me to actually want to check it out, because I'm a Whovian to the core, and I loved Matt Smith's 11th Doctor, so I wanted to watch it for that. It's got Tyrese in it. It's also got Michael Keaton as Adrian Toomes, and we see they've really kind of hyped him up in the trailer and his influence and his dialogue, where he's telling Morbius to kind of be who he's meant to be, like embrace his destiny or whatever this vampireness has done to him. He needs to kind of embrace it and kind of walk that road. But of course, it begs the question, is that actually like MCU Adrian Toomes, or is this an multiverse Adrian Toomes? Because we saw from the ending of the Venom sequel that somehow Eddie ends up in the MCU proper, I suppose, because he sees Spider-Man on TV. And presumably Sony is like, you know, Morbius is in the same sandbox as Venom, perhaps, or maybe it was before some, you know, so it's like, it's unclear. Is this MCU Adrian Toomes, or is this another Adrian Toomes because they have access to Michael Keaton or whatever, his Vulture character? Kind of wondering where that's going to go with it. But other than that, I mean, I'm curious. I'm not saying I'm just chomping at the bit to see it. I'm going to run out and go see it day one. Probably will if I can, though. Just like, I am curious about it. It has Matt Smith, so I'm in it for that. And I'm curious about any sort of tangential connections to the MCU, any references to Spider-Man, any references to Venom, and any other sort of world building they're doing within the Sony cupboard corner wing of the MCU, maybe. I don't know if that's what you would call it, but it is what it is. I guess we'll all find out together. But those are some of my thoughts on it, scattered as they often are, because this was. There wasn't a lot to talk about. It was just a trailer for a vampire movie. What are they going to do that's different than any other vampire movie? Is he going to be a vigilante? He's going to like learn to embrace his powers and use them for good, and, you know, sort of like a lethal protector type thing like Venom is supposed to be? Are we just doing that again? It's like, what can we do with Morbius that's not tied to Spider-Man? Or so I'm curious about that. Is there going to be any reference towards Kraven? Are we going to see any sort of backdoor spotlight or cameo or whatever on Kraven, whoever's cast as him? Remains to be seen. Guess we'll all find out together, like I said. Anyway, what do you guys out there think? Let me know in the comments below. Follow me on social media. Talk to me there. Talk to me here. Till next time, let us geek.